What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the Binkz and Doodle Effect, episode number 14. Can't believe we have gone 14 episodes so far. I can remember the first episode me and Andrew have done. It's been real. As always, Mr. DrewskiDoodle below me. And this week we have two guests. We got Mr. Chris, and we got that giant pimple on his nose starring with us this week. How you doing, Chris?
I was doing fine before the intro.
Oh, man. You can barely notice it when you're like, when your light isn't really hitting your face. But,
just keep backing up.
Just keep backing up, right? Good episode today. Real quick, Rogue Energy. Use the code GETLIVID, get 5% off Rogue Energy. Rogue Energy is a premium energy and focus supplement designed to optimize your mental and physical performance. If you've ever heard of G Fuel, it is literally G Fuel, but cheaper and more delicious. Use the code GETLIVID on the bottom of your screen, 5% off. We recommend a starter pack. You get a mixer, you get a bunch of flavors, one serving. Try them all out. I recommend blue raspberry. Or pink lemonade is really good. But yeah, Rogue Energy, get livid, 5% off.
Peach iced tea.
Well said. Peach iced tea.
Peach iced tea, I haven't tried peach iced tea yet. I have not.
I bought the starter pack. It was pretty tasty.
I have not tried peach iced tea yet. It is one of the flavors still in my starter pack that I have to try. The strawberry kiwi that we did like 4 episodes ago when I did the live taste test. That was actually pleasantly surprised on how good that was. But baseball, Andrew, take us away.
Something not Mets related for once happened in the baseball world for the first time in like a month. The rookie monster Randy Arozarena got arrested in Mexico for trying to forcibly grab his daughter away from his wife. And then when that didn't work out, apparently he hit his wife.
Oh, you're not supposed to do that?
No, last I checked, that is not just frowned upon, it is illegal.
Oh, okay.
I'm not.
The more we know.
Well, yeah, I'm not that well versed in Mexican law, but I think that's how that works.
I feel like that's a worldwide thing.
I think so too. It's not what you want to see if you're the Tampa Bay Rays. He's a rookie who just hit 20-something home runs in the postseason.
Yeah, he went on an absolute tear.
I believe I read something that they're allowed to like hold him for 2 days before any type of charges are officially brought up. So We'll see on Thursday, Friday, I guess.
We'll keep you updated. More than likely, we're going to find out tomorrow when we post the video, because every time we post a video, the very next day, breaking news happens.
Yeah, without fail.
Without fail, every week. So we apologize that we're going to be a week late in saying that Cano is suspended for the 2021 season.
Bro, I can't believe that dropped. Like an hour after we posted. Literally.
I was like, of course. I was like, we're just gonna change our recording date to a day after, just so we can hit all the breaking news. But yeah.
Your dad called it, by the way.
Yeah, he did. Our guest star last week, my dad. He said it. He didn't like Cano. He didn't want Cano. He said that Cano was probably still on steroids, and lo and behold, my man was on the money. But it does free up $24 million for the New York Mets, and Cohen did say that he wants to use that on players. There's a lot of free agents that we can go after this year, which brings me to DJ LeMahieu. I know, Andrew, you do not want him to come to Queens.
No, I do not. I would, given that we could possibly end up with Francisco Lindor, I just think it's just another infielder where the Mets already had an issue with a clogged infield. Cano being gone kind of fixes that. Now Jeff McNeil can actually have a goddamn position that he plays every day. And we can probably gonna have to trading either Jimenez or Rosario for Lindor if that happens. And at that point, there's like no point to signing DJ LeMahieu.
LeMahieu is great to have. He really.
If we don't trade for Lindor, I'm all about it.
It's fair. I think I would rather have Lindor and LeMahieu, and then just throw McNeil in the outfield. Put him permanently in the outfield. He does fine. That man is fine in the outfield. He doesn't have to be in the infield.
He is a born and raised second baseman. That's where he needs to be.
He was just fine last year in the outfield. He may have ran into the wall a little hard one time, but he was okay.
Made the catch.
He made the catch, right? That's all that matters. But Cano gone for the 2021 season. Mets do not have to pay him the $24 million that is owed. But it's not like it really matters. Our Daddy Cohen wants to spend.
Yeah.
Build a team. He wants a World Series ring within 3 to 5 years. So hopefully all positives go. We're still looking for Trevor Bauer to add to our rotation. Work on the ballpin. Hopefully work on the ballpin a little bit. I don't know about you, but I would like to not see Familia.
Like no one big, but they just signed one.
I would like to not see Familia in a Mets uniform ever again, personally. But
yeah, man's cheeks.
He is bad. Moving forward, though, a category we don't usually talk about here on the Binkz and Doodle Effect, but it is worth mentioning because the man is an icon. You don't even have to know the industry, and you probably know who this man is. WWE. When I first started watching it was the WWF. I watched it in the Attitude Era. Haven't watched it since like 1998, if we're going to be honest with you here. But I know these two still follow it. The Undertaker. Done.
It's over.
You guys, all you guys on that one.
Exactly 30 years. I think to the day.
So,
what are you going to say about him? He's the biggest legend ever.
Yeah, everyone will know him from, like, the future WWE. He's the Undertaker. No one will ever, replace him or like
no name is going to
him. Yeah, there's no name that's going to be as big as the Undertaker.
He's been titled so many times.
Bro, what do you mean you don't know? He's been.
I feel like The Rock is like the biggest entertainer that ever came out of the WWE.
But if we're talking about like we're talking about just like wrestling. We're not talking about like outside. We're talking about like the biggest known wrestler. Like if someone just like any new person watching wrestling, the Undertaker. Like you just gotta know like the dead man.
Yeah, nothing's ever going to top him as far as straight up wrestling. And even when you hear stories of him being like a locker room leader and just being the guy to go to.
It's a scary guy to be in the ring with, just like The Rock. You go up against The Rock and it's like, I know, wrestling match. The Undertaker person, like the dead man, the phenom,
Do you guys remember the first match you ever watched him? Because I do, actually. I remember the first time
I ever
saw The Undertaker, yeah. The first match I ever saw The Undertaker in, it was the World Championship match against Stone Cold Steve Austin. And Austin won to become the champion, but that started the whole rivalry back in the day with Austin and The Undertaker. And I remember, I think it was like a big main event type of thing, like a Survivor Series or like one of those types of pay-per-view events where the show ended with Austin being tied up to Undertaker's crucifix on like the ramp, the entrance ramp.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And I remember like 4-year-old me being like the biggest Stone Cold Steve Austin fan at the time, thought wrestling
was... cried.
I did. I thought wrestling was real, and I thought like Undertaker was going to like actually kill Stone Cold Steve Austin. And I remember crying in my living room. But the first match I remember Undertaker I ever saw was Austin Undertaker for the championship.
Mine, I think, so I was a little older. I was 8, and it was at least this is the one I actually remember. This is in WrestleMania 20 in 2004. When The Undertaker was gone for a while, and then they kept teasing him coming back to come after Kane, and then he finally came back at WrestleMania to fight Kane, and that was a fantastic match. And that's the first one I remember, but I know I've seen that wasn't the first time I've seen him.
Chris, you're like kind of blind. You're like thinking like, when was the first time I watched The Undertaker?
No, I'm pretty sure the first one was with you sitting. I remember watching it with you, that Undertaker match. I remember that.
No, that Undertaker match with Austin, I know for a fact I was just with my dad. Because I know that for a fact.
I don't remember it. Dude, I was watching wrestling before I can even remember. I remember watching wrestling, not being able to, because my bedtime was like 8 p.m. And wrestling came on around like 9 or 8. But I would have to like turn off everything. I was pretty young. I was like first grade, kindergarten. I would have a VHS. I put it in my TV. I pressed record as soon as it started. I had to turn off my TV and go to bed. And I would wake up in the morning. I'd take out my VHS out, go downstairs, and watch wrestling at 6 a.m. to like 8 a.m. before school started. That was dedication, by the way.
That is I didn't know that about you, actually.
I had a wrestling tape. And every Monday and Thursday when it was on, I had that thing. I would just record right over it, but I would watch it early in the morning. Right, because my dad would have to wake up for a UPS at work, and I never like sleeping in the morning. I was always up at 6 a.m. with him, and I would just go to the VHS. But that sounds like fucking ancient now. Like no one's ever gonna touch those things. But I had to go in and put in. I pressed play, You know how many times I cried in the morning because I forgot to press record at night, and I didn't record, and I would put in the VHS tape, and it'd be like Monday Night Raw instead of like it was supposed to be like Thursday night like SmackDown or something like
sucks.
that, and that was a broken child.
That's
but
right.
like, and there was no like Hulu or YouTube back then. Like you missed it. Like,
yeah, it's over.
You had to wait. There was no Instagram to see what happened. It was just straight up.
You missed it.
I'm young, and my dad had to deal with my crying ass, and then like.
I actually didn't know that about you.
You can ask him, like, dude, every Monday and Thursday, and then like normally, like even on days where I didn't come down and watch wrestling, I'd be down like 6 o'clock watching like Full House, or ESPN for like until school. Like I did not sleep. I went to bed at 8. That's the fucking reason I'm up at 6 a.m.
I was the complete. I always slept. There was not a part of me. There was not a part of me that was.
Well, you also probably stayed up. You probably stayed up later than 8 p.m. Though.
Yeah.
There was some times in the summer where I went to bed and it was still light outside.
Oh no! Oh god, no!
Those were tough. And I remember yelling at my mom, like, "Mom, it's still light out." She was close to blinds.
Oh,
so it was still light out.
Can we have an F in the chat down below for pay your respects for Chris's like miserable childhood growing up? My God,
that didn't change to like 5th grade. By the way, I was like 4th grade. I was going to bed at 8 p.m.
I'm so sorry for you. That's
that was toughy.
R.I.P. to your childhood. You missed out.
I have to commend the WWE the way they did it. They've been doing like a thank you taker thing for like a month, and then they had him come out his own. Well, it was a pretty long segment, and they had the coolest part was a hologram of Paul Bearer, who passed away in 2013, holding up the urn, and Undertaker did his thing, and he ended it with saying it's time to let the Undertaker rest in peace, and then that was it. That was awesome. I think they did that perfect. I don't commend the WWE on many things recently, but they did that perfectly.
I still have to say it. Haven't checked it out yet.
They brought out all the old wrestlers like Mick Foley, Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair.
That's
everyone
cool.
just like say goodbye.
Yeah, it was very well done.
Yeah, Jeff Hardy was out there. Like everyone who he kind of burst at one of the WrestleManias came out there. All the people that he's been.
Good for him. I have to check it out. I still have to say it. But back to sports. Football.
What do you mean back to sports?
Here we go.
I don't consider the WWE a sport. That's a soap opera. Let's put it here. It's a soap opera.
So is football, bro. Football's rigged as shit.
A couple times I've said that. So.
Yeah, sometimes listen. There's certain things where I think like it's the fix is in, but
100%. There's no chance Dallas should even. I'm gonna go back 2 weeks ago since I was here. There's no way Dallas should have competed with the Steelers. There's no way Dallas should have been winning going to halftime against the Steelers like 2 or 3 weeks ago. No shot. But they did it. But thank God. I mean, the Steelers won. But like, of course, I had a bet on the damn Steelers that week, and of course, Dallas fucked me in the ass. Like, why were they even putting up a fucking competition there against the Steelers?
Because they're still in hopes for the division win, man. Dallas, I mean, that division is up for grabs for all 4 teams. I mean, the Cowboys won this week against the Vikings. Still salty about that. Knocked me out of my suicide pool. But
CeeDee Lamb, gross. You know that probably hurt to watch. But that CeeDee Lamb catch.
It was disgusting.
Yeah, that was crazy.
The Eagles lost again.
They're bad.
Carson Wentz is still a terrible quarterback. I'm going to say this every week. He is a terrible quarterback. Come at me, Philly fans, please.
I would love the Browns defense got me 20 points.
Browns defense, he was good. And then you're also look at who they're versing. So I mean,
that's exactly why
let's call a spade here. But that whole NFC East is still up for grabs for every single team, and I am still rooting for the Giants or Washington to win it. I do not want to see the Cowboys in the playoffs. I don't want to see the Eagles in the playoffs. I want to see Washington or the Giants in the postseason.
Yeah, you know what sucks too? The Giants cannot be alone in first place this week if they win, because the Cowboys and the Washington are playing each other.
Yeah,
which is annoying.
Big.
Because the Giants are going to win.
You know what? Before we even keep talking the football, my boy Joey B. I know you want to let this go, but he's my favorite player, and hurt to see him go like that. You know,
Your knee and leg is not supposed to bend in that direction.
Oh, that was a hard
watching his knee bend to the right, pop out, and then pop back in. And wait, at first it went backwards, then it popped out to the right because I didn't know where to go, and then it popped back in. And seeing that, knowing, I mean, I have his Joe Burrow jersey. You know, I mean, he's my starting running back. I'm trying most of my leagues. I'm trying to get him in.
Starting running back. Want to try that again?
Starting quarterback. I'm just hurt.
Was that you or the pimple talking?
What?
Was that you or the pimple talking? Anyway, yeah, no, Burrow out for the season. It was tough to. It's tough to watch. You don't like to see the rookie or his first year guy like Burrow with tremendous talent, tremendous upside, and probably a tremendous future in the league go down like that. The way he did.
Structural damage in his knee.
We'll see if he even comes back the same way. I mean, look at Carson Wentz. I know he's terrible, but since he tore his his ACL?
Yeah.
He was never the same after that.
Oh no, Burrow's fine. He tore an ACL and MCL, so it should counter out like that.
They expect him to make a full recovery for the beginning of the 2021 season, but
we'll see how he is. We'll see. Well, you know what? Same thing can be said about Dak. We'll see if he recovers and comes back the same way. I mean, his bone came out of his skin. So we'll see if he recovers, and is the same. He really can't get much worse though for both of them.
Yeah.
Taysom Hill with Drew Brees out. He has 11. Fractured ribs and a punctured lung?
Yep.
My man needs to retire. You had a good.
Brees had 11 fractured ribs
and a punctured lung. He needs to retire.
Have 11 ribs? How many ribs do you have?
We're gonna move on.
I don't know, but more than 11.
Chris is now feeling his body. Wait, how many ribs does someone have?
We aren't paid to know medical stuff, okay?
I know it's more than 11 because if he has 11 fractured ribs, you have to have at least 11.
24.
24. Okay.
He broke half of them. That sounds dangerous.
And he has a punctured lung.
Are they all just hanging there?
So anyway, Drew Brees has had an amazing career. An injury like that, call it a day. It's time.
11 are broken.
You're still on this.
I wonder what that feels like.
It probably hurt, man.
Taysom did pretty good.
Taysom Hill did great.
I'm mad at him though because of him running the ball and being selfish and being a greedy motherfucker. Kamara only got 10 points, and now I feel like that's hurting my fucking chance.
Well, Kamara's gonna see less production regardless of who is as a quarterback position with Michael Thomas back anyway.
No, Taysom Hill doesn't throw screen passes. Drew Brees, all about the screen pass. Taysom Hill, let me just throw it deep and let me run the ball and be a greedy dirtbag. You know how many times he had the option and just took it himself?
Last I checked, Taysom Hill doesn't care about your fantasy team. He wanted to win the game.
Oh, no. I mean, if I was in this position, I'd be a greedy dude. He's having fun out there.
He did good, though.
But
the decision to start him, though, over Jameis Winston.
I respect it. I hate Jameis. My man throws too many interceptions, and I feel like...
Yeah, but he had the corrective eye surgery, though. He can see now who he's throwing to.
Imagine having to get surgery because you suck so bad. No, I don't know. I mean, I'd rather Jameis Winston be my quarterback instead of Joe Flacco, but I mean,
Joe Flacco looked good. What are you talking about?
He did look better. He looked better than Darnold, Steve. He did look better than Darnold because Darnold's also garbage and shit.
We're not going to.
I'm not going back into that one. But
no. But I mean, the stat for the Jets was the Jets had 4 touchdowns in 4 weeks, and then Flacco had 4 touchdowns in 2 weeks, and then he added more on Sunday. So I mean, Flacco's definitely the better quarterback for offense for the New York Jets. We're still rooting for them to go 0-16 though. We're tank for Trevor Lawrence if he comes out of the draft.
I can't wait for the first episode after the draft.
I'm gonna be livid.
Jets don't pick Trevor Lawrence.
The Binkz and Doodle Effect will be canceled that week. because Binkz will have lost his mind.
Nah, I mean, if they don't pick up Trevor Lawrence, they definitely have, like, picking up someone pretty good, right? They have first-round pick. There's no way they're picking up, like, a trash panda, like an offensive line, or, like, a defensive line or something. You know,
I don't know. I mean, look at the last draft. We could have had CeeDee Lamb or, Judy, but, we go offensive line, who has basically done nothing for us all season. But,
you say nothing. He was doing pretty good 2 weeks ago until he got hurt.
I'd rather a stud wide receiver right now, but that's beside the point.
I think we were getting him for Bell. I think we were getting him for Bell for a running game, and then Bell decided to leave, so that was cool.
Well, that's all on Gase. It's definitely Gase's issue for us losing Bell. Bell wasn't utilized.
I wonder if Bell's upset that he left, because now his playing time is like diminished as fuck. So
he's winning.
Yeah, but he's gonna get a ring.
Oh, no, I know that, but I wonder if he'd rather play or just.
I'd rather win.
No, so if you're touching on Bell actually had come out and said that he wouldn't have signed the Kansas City contract if he didn't get a blessing from Hilaire.
From Clyde, yeah.
He has tremendous respect for the rookie, and he didn't want to cause a locker room tension between the running back committees. And he said if he didn't get that blessing with Hilaire, he wouldn't have ever signed. But when he approached him and asked, Hilaire welcomed him with open arms and word for word said, "Let's get this ring." So Bell knows his role. He's definitely here to mentor the kid. Probably, he's definitely gonna have a great teacher in him. Bell, I think, was one of the best running backs in the league, especially when he was on the Steelers.
Yeah.
But I think he's very happy where he is. He's winning. He's gonna get. He's more than likely gonna get a Super Bowl ring with the Kansas City Chiefs. And
there's a hope for the next 10 years. Anyone can have a chance.
Yeah.
Miami. Signed 10 years.
What happened?
Can't believe Mahomes signed a 10-year contract.
With that amount of money?
You lock up the best quarterback in the league. So
yeah, no, that was the biggest brand on Kansas City's part. They had the biggest freaking brand. And now he's about to be a daddy. Daddy Mahomes.
Daddy Mahomes.
Love him. Can't wait for my jersey to come in for him. But Tua.
Wow. I sure fucking hope it's Tua time this fucking week. I mean, I'm the only one left in the suicide pool, and pretty sure I didn't take the Dolphins. Yeah, when did the Jets versus the Dolphins?
A couple of weeks ago. I feel like you had taken the Dolphins already.
Well, I took the Dolphins. But Tua time is starting now with Joe Burrow being broken. It's hopefully he doesn't get benched for sucking again, because that would be fucking painful.
Yeah, the Finns were not up for the first time in a long time.
You can't expect them to, have steamroll like they had been doing.
Yeah, they were going to lose at some point, but their defense still looked pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
They only gave up 20 points.
Who would have called Melvin Gordon's first 2 touchdowns?
I think they had an interception, possibly 2. I think 2. So
defense is still standing up, and it's good. It's 1 week. Tua has been playing fine, and
he's playing in cold weather, bro. He's from Hawaii.
I meant he's been playing fine throughout the past week. No,
I know. I'm saying that last week.
They were in Denver. Yeah.
Playing with the low breathing air or whatever the high elevation.
It's an adjustment. If it's the first time you're playing on situations like that, it's definitely an adjustment.
Look, sometimes you play bad. He's gonna start this week against the Jets. He's gonna put up numbers. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, if you have any doubt that the Jets are gonna win against the Miami Dolphins this week, then I don't know what to tell you.
The Jets home? Does anyone know? Are the Jets home?
I think the Jets are home. I think the last time the Jets played them,
Give me a second.
I think the Jets are home. Don't quote me on that though.
I hope not. I need him to play in warm weather.
The Jets are home.
Yeah.
It's gotta be fucking hot this week. It's gotta be hot. I need a hot November day. I need 50 plus.
Well, let's get into our Thanksgiving picks. Now,
the week I've been waiting for, baby.
Mr. Andrew, you won last week. I took the L in Thursday night. So my record now goes to 7-4. Doodle, you are now 6-5. Chris, on the times that you've been on the podcast, you are 1-1.
Hey, we're 50%.
So, we have the Lions, Texans, Washington, Dallas, and Ravens, Steelers. We're going to have all three picks, and they're all going to count as obviously wins, losses. So, Andrew, you could potentially, if I go 0 for 3 and you go 3-0, you could take a 2-week lead on me. However, I know we're both picking the Steelers.
Yeah.
So,
That's what I'll take.
so at best, Andrew, we are tied. No, you do one up on me, at best.
I'd be one up, yeah.
Yeah. Would you like to each pick one game, since there's three of us and 3 games? Or since I'm in the lead, Andrew, do you want me to say my picks first? How do you want to do this, friend?
We can go. We can each say one game. That's fine. I know you don't play like that. It's fine. We're good.
It's not, if you want me to pick, I'll say my picks. I'm gonna go with the Steelers.
I'm gonna go with the Steelers too.
I think that's gonna be unanimous, unless Chris wants to roll the dice on Baltimore.
So, let's see. They don't have running backs. You know, Gus Edwards could probably pull through, right?
No.
Chris, don't be stupid.
Yeah. You know what? Let's be stupid. I'm gonna go with the Ravens here.
All right, he's going with the Ravens.
I really want to pick Baltimore, but I'm not gonna because they're not gonna win.
I can't see the Steelers losing to the Ravens, especially with how Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I want Steelers. I can't do it. I can't say, because I know I'm going to be betting on the Steelers this weekend, so there's no chance.
Washington, Dallas. I think that's the toughest. Probably the toughest game of.
That is tough because and the Cowboys look nice with Andy Dalton back.
Alex Smith.
I'm taking Washington though.
Okay, see, this is where we're gonna differ because I'm going with Dallas.
All right, we got a competition.
I'm going with Dallas. I think Dallas's momentum off of last week continues to go. Dalton looked good.
Like, who's good on the Redskins?
You got Gibson.
Who are the Redskins?
Washington football team.
I just didn't know who you were talking about.
Who's good on the Washington football
highlight
team?
reel, Antonio Gibson.
Terry McLaurin. Gibson.
McLaurin.
Alex Smith isn't a bad quarterback.
No, he's not. He's like, he's picking up steam.
Yeah.
Like he had to get back into it. It's going to be a very good game.
It's definitely going to be.
And then you have Dallas's awful defense. But like I said, they looked good with Andy Dalton, so it's gonna be a very good game.
I'm gonna roll the dice. Thanksgiving game, Dallas. Every year.
Yeah.
I'm going with Dallas. I'm gonna go with Dallas, and then Lions, Texans.
This one gave me the most problems.
Part of me wants to go with Houston, like all the way.
I'm going with Houston. I'll start that one off.
But there's another part of me that says, there's no way the Lions have 2 miserable weeks back to back, right?
Dude, you're talking about the Detroit Lions.
But dude, remember what I said though? They were missing DeAndre Swift last week, and DeAndre Swift is a game changer.
Every time I watch the Thanksgiving game, Detroit wins with a field goal. I feel like every year they just somehow win, and it's always Matt Prater. That's why I'm a big Matt Prater boy. I love his kick, but even though he sucks ass, and I want to drop him this week, from the years on Thanksgiving, he knows how to kick the football.
I have to go. I'm going Lions, and I think I'm gonna regret that because part of me says Houston's gonna win this game.
I hope Will Fuller gets 3 touchdowns.
But I'm gonna lock in the Lions on Thanksgiving. So I'm going. I'm going Steelers, Dallas, Lions. Andrew, those are my 3 picks.
Oh my! This is a game that was giving me the most problems because again, I think with DeAndre Swift back, that dynamic of the Lions does change a lot. But it's just Houston done. I'm not gonna think about it. Houston. That's it.
Houston. Oh, all right. So Andrew,
I'm being a gamer.
You're either gonna be down 3 weeks or up 1.
Not really.
What do you mean, not really?
You can win the first one. And you can win the second one.
And then we can tie.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it is tie.
Yeah, that's fair.
And you'd be at the same spot we are now.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, Chris, who are you going with, Lions or Texans?
I said we're going Texans.
Going Texans? Oh, so I'm the only one who went Lions. All right.
I mean, after last week's performance, that was pretty ugly.
I can't see them doing this back.
And I can't see Swift really pinching that up too much because that. I mean, maybe Matt Prater might get more field goal kicks, but I mean, other than that, that was depressing to watch. Very depressing. And I like Sean Watson. I like Fuller.
Well,
I
yeah.
like Cook. Like,
I'm not worried about the Texans scoring points. It's their defense.
yeah, but I'm not worried about Detroit scoring.
Anyway, we're gonna wrap it up. We have a shorter podcast for the holiday week. Hope you guys always enjoy the video. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button. Comment down below if you have any topics you would ever want to hear. If you're listening on where you listen to podcasts, leave us a 5-star review. We see it, we'll shout you out. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on those notifications. We upload every Wednesday at 3 p.m. If you are listening to this, more than likely breaking news in the sport world has already come out. So we apologize that we haven't touched on that. We'll touch on it next week. And we hope, from our family to yours, you have a wonderful and safe Thanksgiving.
Eat some turkey, eat some taters.
Yep.
Happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
Happy Thanksgiving. Get loaded. Pop open a bottle of wine. Pop open some champagne. You guys earned it for 2020.
And watch some football.
Watch some football. And until next time, peace out.
Fuck the Jets.